What's up? I'm Niko.
Hello, I'm Joel.
We're Blind Channel, the representatives of Finland in Eurovision 2021.
I'd just like to say thank you for taking the time to do this today. How are you feeling?
Great.
Great.
Oh, perfect. So just moving on just to before Eurovision, the band was formed in 2013 when you guys were in high school. Why did you want to form a band and what is the meaning behind Blind Channel?
Well, basically, when we were in high school, I think we all had one mission in life. We wanted to be rock stars. We wanted to rule the world with our own music. So basically, is there any other options than form a band and rule the world?
Yeah, and Blind Channel was on a list of cool band names that I had, and we had this story that we all loved like music television channels that were playing music videos of our favorite artists. And when we were kids, all of us wanted that our music videos would one day be broadcasted in those channels. But when we finally got the band together, those channels didn't exist anymore, or if they existed, they didn't play any music videos, and we felt like they had become blind channels to us. And I showed the name to the guys and they loved it, and that's how we chose it for the name of our band.
Oh, that's good. I really like to hear the message behind the band because it's always interesting to hear. You've described the band style as violent pop. Can you kind of explain what that exactly means?
Violent pop is rock music with mainstream touch.
Oh, perfect.
Like we felt it, we had to describe our music to local radio stations about 8 years ago, and like new metal was so out of fashion at the time, and alternative rock is like the most boring way ever to describe your music. It doesn't say anything about your music. Like you can play classical music and say that this is alternative rock. Like we wanted something that could be like very descriptive, and violent pop felt cool, and we've been sticking to it like ever since. And it has a lot to do with our love in with pop music. Like we listen to a lot of mainstream music, and if we hear a good great song on the radio, we can go like, guys, we should do that, and then we just do it in our style, which is because it's definitely rock music, right?
Yes, it's very interesting. It's a different way to describe the band. But over the years, you've released 3 albums. What has the public reaction been like to that?
I think the first one was a more like practicing album, and the second one was a little breakthrough. We got a Finnish Grammy nomination in Emma Gala, and then we released the third one, and then happened the worldwide pandemic, and now we're here because of that.
Yeah, I think like our fans in the rock scene in Finland and in Europe, the rock scene has always like liked us. But right now, like with the whole Eurovision thing going on, I think all of a sudden everyone's in love with Blind Channel, and that's really fun. Like people are saying that we're a new band. Like we've been doing this same thing for 8 years, but now that's how it works. Now everyone is noticing it, and it feels really good.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way to get your name out there because like as you said, we just assume that you're just doing this for Eurovision. Most people won't realize that you have like a music career aside from Eurovision. But speaking of that, your hometown, is it pronounced Oulu?
Oulu.
Yeah.
Oulu?
Oh,
Okay. They've set up a scholarship fund of 2,000 euros in kind of in your name. What does that mean to the band?
That's really
great
cool.
honor. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's an honor. Like probably the best. We knew they were gonna give us something, and that was probably the best thing they could give us, like a chance to support young people with big dreams, and that's because that's what we want to do.
That's good. It's good to help other musicians out. And then
Yeah.
moving kind of how we got to Eurovision, you competed in UMK and you broke the record because you got more than 50% of the votes. What was that like for you? Were you expecting to win?
Yeah, we were expecting to win, but it was a surprise that we got that lot of votes. It was like insane to see that it was over 500 or something. So basically, we were surprised about the amount of votes, but for sure, we knew that we were the best of the competition.
Yeah, it was our mentality from the beginning that, guys, if we're gonna do this, we gotta do this all the way. We're gonna work harder, and And we also like when we heard the other songs in the competition, they were all like amazing songs. But I think our song really stood out because it was a rock song and not a basic classic rock song, but it was something fresh, modern rock, like with influences from rap and trap and stuff like that. So it was just yeah, I think odds were really in our favor the whole UMK way.
Yes. Have you always wanted to do Eurovision, or was this just something that you decided to try out?
Like we haven't really been watching Eurovision since Lordi won, and then we like watched it a little bit when we knew someone of the contestants, or we heard a song on the radio, and then we were like, guys, this is that Eurovision song. But we've been just like really concentrated in our own career, and we never would have thought, like, if you went like 2 years back and told us that, guys, 2 years from now you're gonna be competing in Eurovision, we would say that, fuck off, no way. But like in the beginning of 2020, all our shows were canceled, and we really had no other choice. Like we were at our rehearsal place, wondering what to do, and then our guitarist Jonas said that, guys, we gotta hit the television. Let's do Eurovision, and then that's how it started.
Did you write Dark Side in quarantine or isolation? I'm not sure if Finland went in lockdown like the rest of us, but did the song come from that?
Yeah, we had like the first weeks of the lockdown, and we were in a rehearsal place. It was underground, like a small room or something like that, and then we just started to pop out with new ideas, and then we found out we need to write a song about frustration and everything that is going on. So basically Dark Side was the kind of form of our feelings at that moment, and it turned out pretty well.
That's good thing about the whole pandemic. You've had the time to sit and write music. In the song, you mentioned the 27 Club, which includes people like Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix, and Kurt Cobain, among others. Are they some of your musical influences?
Well, they're definitely like some of them are definitely our influences, but the true story behind that line was that we felt really bad and really depressed when 2020 and the pandemic happened. And then our founding member Joel turned 27 at the time, and at the same time it felt like our dreams were taken away from us, and we were just like, that was the story. Like, we should say something about 27 Club because this guy's turning 27 and everything's going to shit. So that's why we wanted to include the line in the song. And we don't like, some people have been saying that we glorify suicide or something like that, and that couldn't be more wrong. Like, Blind Channel will never encourage anyone to do anything to themselves. Like, Blind Channel tells you to stand up and fight, join the dark side. Everyone's invited. Drinks on Blind Channel. If you're feeling bad or depressed, come here. Let's have fun. If there's no sunlight anywhere, let's have a party in the darkness, and the party's gonna be good. And that's what we want to say. So I think a lot of people have like misunderstood the meaning behind that line, but that's the story behind the 27 Club line in Dark Side.
Oh, that's definitely a good message because most people do look to music as escape. And I feel like sort of the rock era is where people tend to go when they're feeling frustrated. So you saying that it's not encouraging those types of things is good. It's a positive, more of a positive message in a sense. And then you're performing in semifinal 2 in the position 14. Are you feeling good about that? Do you think it's a good spot for you?
Yeah, we heard that it's a good spot, but we're not that into Eurovision. I mean, if we think about Eurovision in the whole, it's some experience, and it's the way to show the message we have, promote the stuff we have, promote the new wave of rock music, promote what we're trying to do for 8 years to hit the mainstream. So basically, we're not that kind of hard with the competition. We go there, we do our own thing without any compromises. So basically,
the audience decides the rest.
Yeah.
So we don't like. We heard that it's a good spot we're playing in, but we don't really care about the position we're playing. Like, show us the stage and tell us the time, and we go and do our thing.
Yeah, I definitely think you're in a good position because obviously you're the only rock song in your semifinal. And so on top of that, you automatically already stand out and you're towards the end. So you'll be more memorable. So it is definitely a good position in terms of Eurovision. And then I'm sure you know this, but Finland is the only country to win with a rock song. Do you feel like that puts even more pressure on you guys, or it's just I'm here for fun? I don't care if we win.
Well, I think it doesn't put pressure on us, but we don't think that we're there just for fun. We're there to show 200 million people what Blind Channel is all about, and we're gonna give it all we got to that show. But we don't really care about how we're gonna end up in the competition. We just like care about making a great show, making a statement with our music. That's what we care about.
Is the performance going to be similar to the UMK staging? Because I've heard you've gotten in trouble that they don't want the whole middle finger part. Is that true?
Yeah, it was bad, but I mean, the show will be upgraded version of the UMK show. We're not doing major changes. It's gonna be built on the same form as we had in UMK, but there is gonna be upgrades in pyrotechnics and in the choreography and on the clothes and everything like that. But I mean, for the fans, they don't have to be afraid. We're still the same band doing the same thing, but we're just a better version.
Yeah, and they took our middle fingers away, but they took them away from just the six of us who are on stage. Like everyone else in the dark side, all the listeners, all the watchers, they can do this for us.
Perfect. Yeah, that's definitely good. It's nice when you just bring what you already have because clearly you have the formula that does work since you did get so many good points. What are your plans after the contest? Do you have any upcoming music or anything coming out? Are you hoping to tour again maybe?
Yeah, we have a follow-up single coming up.
Yeah.
We're already recording it. It will be released in the late summer with a video, and then we're gonna also, if it's possible, do some shows on the late summer, like a big headline show in Helsinki. So yeah, let's see what the world gives us, but there is a lot of plans.
Yeah, and then I think we're gonna like we've been in lockdown and we've had a lot of time to write a new album. So I think we're gonna release album next year as well. And then of course we miss the shows. We want to get back on the stages and see our fans and stuff like that. We have to take over the world after the pandemic, so we have a lot of work to do.
Is Finland doing well? Are you guys almost out of lockdown? Like I'm over here in Scotland and from Friday we can leave the house now. Is it getting similar over there as well?
Yeah, it's getting better all the time. I mean, I think they're opening restaurants on the Monday, and also, what can I say else? I think the new cases of coronavirus are getting low all the time, so there is a hope in the future. But still, I'm afraid about the festivals. Are they going to happen or not? There's some cancellations going on all the time, but let's see.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens, like, and prepare for everything. Like in the music business, always you have to prepare for anything. You never know what's gonna happen next.
Yep.
Completely true. So we just have a little game that we like to play here at Eurovisionary, just kind of to make it a bit different, because I'm sure you get asked the same questions all the time. But I just have some cards here. They're numbered 1 through 10. And basically what's on here is just a sentence. And then I'll read the sentence and then you just complete it with the first thing that comes to mind. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to pick two numbers each, you can either start with whoever wants to go first, but it's just 1 through 10.
Give me one.
Should I move to another country, I want it to be?
In Germany.
Do you have any specific reason? Have you been to Germany?
We've been to Germany many times and had some good parties. Beer is cheap and the women are beautiful.
No, perfect. Okay, do you want to go ahead and pick the next number?
10.
This one is my craziest outfit is?
In the red carpet of Rotterdam.
Okay, so something to look forward to.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. I'll look out for it. And then, okay, just the next number.
Give me 7.
I was thinking about that as well.
Perfect. I know 7's a popular number. My best musical memory is?
My best musical memory is driving all the way to Wacken Open Air Metal Festival with these motherfuckers right here. 7 years ago.
Yeah.
A fun car trip.
I'm gonna pick 6.
6. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I know you said that you don't know that much about Eurovision, but a Eurovision song I remember well is
Lawrence Euphoria.
good old Sweden. Perfect. That's all that I have. Is there anything else that you want to say? Any other message you want to get across at all?
Join the dark side. Thanks for your support. Let's have fun.
Cheers.
Drinks on Blind Channel.